What's up, everybody? Great to see all these countries logging in. And hello if you're watching the replay. I know many do. Watch it on 2x speed. You get this thing done a lot quicker, but I sound like Alvin the Chipmunk when you do that. So right now it's effectively about 1 a.m. To my body's time because I was in London for the last several days. And what a showing. We had a massive outpouring of business owners and people of influence, not to mention full-time networkers that flew in from Paris, from Italy, from Dublin, from Germany. I mean, we must have met with upwards of 75 full-time networkers and business owners from those countries, and it was extremely well received. Like, it's absolutely go time. Everybody's on fire. So like, I'm just so proud to be working with all of those folks. But if you're brand new right now, I just want to say welcome to the Shopley fam. You are here because you are a team builder or want to build a team to help us expand the network of Shopley Global. And you have influence. You've built a guest account, and you're wondering, okay, what do I do next? And what's the game plan here? What's the strategy here? Hopefully you did watch the 30-minute, snapshot so that you know what is Shopley in 60 seconds or less. We're a global software uniting store owners or merchants on Shopify to influencers and affiliates all over the world that want to sell their products. But the people that are here right now in Slovenia and Canada and UK and BC and Belgium and all the US people here, Australia, we're building the networks of people connecting, these affiliates and influencers to these store owners. We're that group in the middle. And it's just the most exciting business model that I've ever seen. I'm so glad that I not only said yes, but dove in at the highest level to be able to bring something to people that's really life changing. And all of you are part of that saying yes as well. And we're going to talk a little bit about a game plan here. I'm going to pull up some slides, and I want to talk about first the timeline, right? Just as, and then I'm going to speak to that timeline and surely and on the Zoom today, you're going to be glad you're here today. So we started 3.0 conversation a couple weeks ago. We started our invitation process 4 weeks ago, little less, and everybody's going to enroll as an influencer pro on September 3rd. So I'm going to jump ahead to show what that means for a second, which you got to get your money together, get ready. All of you guys are coming in as an influencer pro at $800, and that will have $300 product credits that you'll be able to, on October 15th, when the marketplace goes live, you'll be able to redeem that $300 product credit for a promoter pack. Now, guys, remember, once our marketplace goes live at October 15th, once a person checks out with a influencer or influencer pro, at checkout, they'll choose their promoter pack. But during the ramp up and during the several launches, September 3rd is just going to be when you enroll, but you're not going to have the ability to redeem your promoter pack until after that. We're not ready for merchants or vendors until September 15th. Now, I know some of you guys are getting antsy, and you're like, what are you going to say to these vendors? And how, what's the presentation? And what's the this and what's that? Do not stress. There will be a presentation video. There will be a presentation website. There will be a slide deck. But guys, how much of a presentation do you need when the offer is $1 for 90 days? Meaning you don't even pay a subscription. You don't have to be much of a salesperson to sell someone $1 subscription to download an app and get into this for 90 days. So I wouldn't overly stress. You're not going to need a 5-hour presentation here. On September 5th, on October 7th, this is not on the time, I'm going to add it here, but I want everyone to know this. On October 7th, that is when we're going to start selling affiliate and affiliate manager licenses. What's an affiliate? An affiliate can only get customers. An affiliate managers can get customers and affiliates one level. Okay. Influencer pros can do everything. They can build a team worldwide. They can get vendors, and influencers can build a team worldwide, but they can't get vendors. But we don't need affiliates and affiliate managers yet because we don't have a marketplace yet. On October 15th, we will have a marketplace, and that marketplace is going to be from all the vendors that we enroll from September 15th, October 15th, and then all the vendors we enroll from that point forward, they'll pop up in the marketplace, within that hour that they onboard. On October 15th, this is when we start signing up customers. So I want everyone to be aware of the timeline with full clarity. And I want you to know that there's going to be releases throughout the timeline. On September 3rd, everyone's going to enroll Influencer Pro, but your go.shoply website is going to be changed from an invitation website to an enrollment website for your Influencer Pros. So if you're like, well, how am I going to sign up everybody? You're right now, you all have a go.shoply, go.shoply.com/whatever. That's how you're going to enroll people going forward. Well, how am I going to enroll vendors on September 15th? Don't worry. We're going to give you access to that. We're going to do a training on it. In fact, on Monday, next Monday, we're going to train you guys on all of this. For we're just waiting, right? The Monday after that, we'll train you on all of this. Right before October 7th, we'll train you on all of this. So you're going to get the training, but there's going to be websites, videos, and tools for every single thing we do. Do not stress. I hope that, gives everyone some insight that even if you feel like you don't know, it all is a stage of rollouts. It's all coming with tools, and all you're going to need to do is promote, not even really present, just promote, share, invite. Right now is the hardest part. And the hardest part because we're trying to find people of influence. And right now, the only thing you should be doing is identifying other people of influence. But tonight, I decided we're close enough that I want to leak, a little bit of what we're building. So you should have seen this in the presentation, but I'll re-show this to you. This is what the marketplace on October 15th is going to look like. Well, hopefully bigger than that. There we go. So this is what it's going to look like. Now, these are not the exact stores. These are just stock images. We can't put in the exact stores until we know what they are on September 15th. But you'll go there. You'll have different categories. You'll have different products that we're shouting out. You'll have, the stores inside of each category. You'll have search functions. You'll be able to explore. Okay, I want to explore categories by women, men, whatever. So all of a sudden you're getting to exploration. You'll be able to, all of this is just, it's a shopping experience, right? It's like you can go to filters. You'll be able to filter by best selling, newest, high price, low price, on sale, in stock. So this is what it would look like on a product page for a customer who's looking at a product page. And I just want you to understand that it's clean, right? It's crisp. It's a great shopping experience. Here's what happens when you click on a store. So I clicked into this store. Okay, here we go. Here's different products in the store, so on and so forth. I want to reiterate, these are not the stores yet. These are stock photos. We have to go, we're taking in from Shoply 2.0, I don't know, 50, 75, 100 stores to start, but we're also need to go add, I think on day 1 of October 15, I think we'll have like 500 stores. That's a guess. I think by the end of the year, we should have over 1,000 stores. I think by the end of Q1, we should have 2,500 stores. times all the products, right? Question from Norma is, will every product have a link to share? Yes, every single product will link to share dedicated to you. And it's the same as we explained in the snapshot. When you guys look at the presentation, it's the same thing that we explained there. Okay, let me share with you some other secret sauces. Rachel says my internet is unstable. Am I coming through okay?
Yeah, it's saying your internet's unstable on my end, but I can still hear you. So keep going. We love these little sneak peeks.
Okay, sounds good. So this is the question Norma just asked. Norma said, will you have a link for everything? So here's the question to that. So if you logged in, for example, as an affiliate, not as a customer, and you're kind of searching through, you're looking through, you can come over here, look, you can search by commission, high commission, low commission, right? So you can add different things, best selling, newest. Look at this vendor location. So if you want to go find stuff in Australia that's from Australia, you just go in here, you look for the stores in Australia. But if you look here, when it's time to share, your sharing tools will be right here. And then look up here, your QV, your CV, and your direct bonus. Now, I think if I go down a second, which I'm going to do. Oh, come on. Let me clear these for a moment. Clear all drawings. There we go. Oh, you're killing me. Let me check into the store. I want to show you the percentage. Okay. I'm going to go down back in there in a second. But if you guys look closely here, I can zoom in, I think. No, I'm maxed on my zoom. Every one of the products has a direct bonus percentage. Why is it a direct bonus percentage as opposed to a dollar amount? The answer is because we're international, we had to make sure that it made sense across all countries. So when this number right here in $100 US, it converts over to 2,000 pesos. It's easier for someone to say, okay, I can get 27% of 2,000 pesos, as opposed to us leaving a US dollar amount there. So that's why it's going to say percentage right there. Also, if you're a Rewards Plus member on October 15th, you won't see any of this. It would just say rebate, and the rebate amount would say 27%. Right now, if you scroll up, if you're like, well, Nick, it's an extra step to do the math. Yeah, I get it. But in order to be an international company, it's what we have to do. But check this out. I saw it on one of these. Give me a second. Give me a second. Where did I see it? Come on. Oh, here it is. When you click into the product and it says 27%, approximately $26.45. Okay. You're going to be able to see the dollar amount here, but here's why. If this is pesos, it's going to be what the conversion rate is over the last hour, right? So in that last hour, it might be $26 or it might be $26.45 or it might be $26.85, but the percentage will be shown here as an approximate based on foreign exchange rates. But the question I have for you guys is how stinking excited are you with what we put together here, the look and feel, the quality of the technology, what it looks like, etc. I want to do a check-in on the Q&A. And Rachel, why don't you start first and kind of sharing what your thoughts are? And I forgot to upgrade the rest of our panel. Let me go find them.
Look, I absolutely love it. I think it's clean, it's crisp, and most importantly, it's intuitive. We know that when people are on a shopping experience, it needs to be easy to use. They don't want to have to navigate several different hundreds of clicks to find what they want. They want to least clicks is the best. And that's what we've really worked on. And I just think once they're in, Nick, they are really going to love it purely because it's ease of use.
Thank you, George. I'm gonna bring you on if you're available, brother. How do you think the new 3.0 is looking and how it's coming along here? Let me move you to a spotlight. How's it looking, brother?
Looking amazing. I'm so excited to be here running with you, Nick, and with everybody here at Shopley. I was one of those guys that swore off network marketing, even though I've been doing it for almost 30 years. But I can tell you guys that this is just amazing. You and your crew, you guys thought of everything, honestly, because I started as a vendor, and
Actually, George, feel free, by the way, to talk about the vendor side too. Be my guest. Keep going.
absolutely. So yeah, so I started as a vendor early this year, and I thought it was just great. Everything worked fine. Commissions, all of that, everything that that Nick talks on a daily basis is exactly what I've been living. So any of you that are thinking whether like, well, how is this going to work? When is this going to work? This has been working, and it's been working great already. The thing is that now they're taking it to a whole new level, like nothing else ever out there. And then so when I started looking into the opportunity possibility, and now especially with Shopify, I am in Shopify, as you know, Nick. I'm in Shopify, and I've been in Shoply, so I can tell you that both are great, but then both together is unreal. It's amazing. And I want to throw in, many of you may know that Amazon, they did an alliance with TikTok because they're looking, and so is Nick and the Shopley, and they're looking at exactly what the future is going to be. And I can tell you that in 2 to 3 years, everybody's going to be doing this. They're doing it already, but the masses have not yet figured it out. Okay, the Gary V's of this world, and Nick, myself, and many other people were looking into this, and Shopley is going to be the front runner. So, Nick, I tell you, I'm super excited. The timing is amazing. What you guys are putting together, I take my hat off to you, my fedora, and basically, I can tell you, man, that I mean, yeah. Thank you for well. You're the reason why I'm getting back into doing this, but I'm super excited, man. I didn't think that I was going to do it again, but guess what? I'm bells on, man.
Well,
Going at it
George,
all
thank
the
you for
way.
the value tonight. Because, guys, as George said, 2.0 worked. It just was clunky. It wasn't sexy. It didn't move fast. We couldn't onboard vendors fast enough. Now we're going from kind of like something that was okay to something that's out of this freaking world. And if you put that into context, we did that in 1 year, guys. One
Yeah.
year from inception to 3.0, and we're gonna have the best technology out there. And George said it perfect. He's like, guys, I sold products on 2.0 as a vendor. I got paid. I made my money. Everything worked. The affiliate links worked. My commissions worked. As a vendor, the store worked. But now we're just cranking this thing up a notch. And George has been so impressed, because I talked about London. George has got now a team already brewing of top leaders in Portugal, in France that flew
Spain.
in Spain, in the US, but also in Tahiti. Like, this guy's launching his coffee product and building a team in Tahiti. Like, you're an animal, brother. I love working with you.
Shout out to my brother Himanu. He's listening to us right now from the other side of the world, paradise on earth. And yeah, so we're gonna do some really, really big things, Nick, as you know. I just couldn't be more excited. I can tell you that thank you, seriously, from the
Thank
bottom
you
of
for
my
being
heart.
on, man.
Thank you for putting
I
together
appreciate you
something.
being on. And
Absolutely,
guys,
man.
remember George, because this guy's going to be one of the top producers in the company, no doubt about it, when we go live again. There's no doubt.
Oh, no, no doubt. You better
See you,
believe
brother.
it.
If you want to stay on, you can. If you got to jump, no problem. I'm going to keep rolling. So,
I'm listening. Go for it, brother. Thank you for putting me on.
yes, sir.
Appreciate
So,
it.
guys, I hope you like the little tease of, is that, you guys say you're building this stuff, you're working on this stuff, but all of what you just saw is what's being built. On September 15th, the app goes live for vendors. You're going to have a link that you can send vendors. They can watch a video, they can download the app, they can sign up, they can onboard. In fact, starting over on September 3rd, you're going to have your existing website. In fact, just in case people are in need of always like the most, I'm visual, so I might as well meet you there. Right now, you have an invitation website. Today, you have an invitation website. Here's the invitation website. You should be sending this out to everybody who is a person of influence. You guys should have this in the hand of every single person you know. It's a person of influence. They should have watched this video, and they should have filled out this form, and they should be a guest of yours. If you want to be successful here, how serious are you taking this? How many people have seen this website that are a person of influence? Like, how many? From you. How many people have you texted and said, you have to look at this now? Watch the video, fill out the form, and then watch the 30-minute video. I only want people of influence, but how many of you sent to that? Now, on September 3rd, when you hit the login button on your own site, you will just click upgrade to upgrade. And then your website here is not going to have this video you see. We're going to change this website to a new video and to some different stuff down here. It's going to talk about enrolling in the company, not becoming a guest. Okay, it's going to be a different concept. So on September 3rd, you will have a new Go.Shoply website, and you will just log in to upgrade. On September 15th, you guys will have a pathway to enroll vendors. You won't be confused. We will show you how to do it. On October 7th, you're going to have a new website on Go.Shoply. You won't have to remember anything else. We're going to update your website again so that it will point people towards being an affiliate or being an influencer pro, etc. October 15th, the marketplace goes live and you'll be able to share stores. You'll be able to share products. So guys, it's all rolling, but it doesn't matter if you're not working. It doesn't matter if you're not talking to people. It doesn't matter if you're not recruiting. It doesn't matter if you're not sharing. It doesn't matter if you're not presenting. It doesn't matter if you're not recruiting. What does it matter? Let's be real to each other right now. Can any of you tell me what it matters if we launch all this stuff and you don't got nobody? What does it matter? Why would you even care? You don't got anybody anyways. We've given you a game plan that teaches you based on, for me, what year is it? 2025? 15 years of, I've been in the industry for 27, but for the last 15, I have perfected a launch plan of launching teams, leaders, countries, products, etc. And that launch plan revolves around people of influence. I never launch without bringing in the people of influence first. And here's what I've learned. If the person of influence is really a person of influence, and number two, they are bought in. Rachel, what's the difference between signed up and bought in? Tell these people, what's the difference between bought in and signed up?
Oh, there is a huge difference, Nick. Signed up is, you're kind of thinking about it, but bought in means you are all in. You are having conversations daily. You are out there inviting people. You are showing people the snapshots. You are all in, and that is where we expect, or we expect all of you people on this phone. You're out there inviting, you're out there having these discussions, and as Nick said, we're doing all of this, but if you guys aren't out there doing that, what's the point?
Right. And I'm going to take a layer deeper. Thank you for saying that. I'm going to take it a layer deeper, which is not just you. What I'm talking about is if you start on September 3rd with 5 people that say that buy an Influencer Pro pack, and they really have influence, they truly have influence, and they are really saying, let's go. not signed up. A person who signs up, who's successful, might be giving you their money just to shut you up. They might be like, George, here's $800, man, just go away, right? But a leader who is a person of influence who's bought in, here's what you can expect. For every one person of influence who really is a person of influence who's bought in, they will generate 30 influencer pros in their team approximately in the following 60 days. Okay, well, what if they only put in 2? That means one of 2 things. They don't have influence or they won't bought in. Some of these people that are people of influence, they might put in 100. But I'm telling y'all, the first week, a person of influence who's bought in, they're going to sign up 5, 6, 7, 8 themselves, by themselves. Well, if you've got then 10 people of influence who are bought in and they really have influence on September 3rd, 60 days later, you've got yourself 300 influencer pros. No, Nick, it's not possible. Of course it's possible. That's what people of influence do. They influence people. Well, Nick, you don't understand. I signed up a bunch of people of influence before and it didn't work. It's because they weren't bought in. They were just signed up. Check this out. If you have 50 people of influence when we press go, you're going to have 1,500 influencer pros in 60 days. Okay, now, what does that mean in money? It means every person of influence, in my opinion, in my estimation, and I'm pretty good at this, is worth $500 a month to you within about 90 days. So if you go live on September 3rd by yourself and you're making about $500 a month 60 days later, it's because it was only you. But if you got 10 and they're really bought in and they're really rolling, you're going to be at $5,000 a month in 3 months. Or you're going to be at $25,000 a month in 5 months, 3 months, excuse me. George, I know you got big goals, brother. You got a week to get to 100 people of influence on September 3rd who are all fully bought in, 100 people of influence, not leaders who brought their team. I'm talking about 100 true people of influence. Here's what's going to happen. That's going to be 1,000 influencer pros in your first months, and you're going to $50,000 a month in your few months. And if I won't use George's example, if Bob said, Nick, I started with 100 on September 3rd, but it only turned into 1,000 on 2 months later. Why did it only turn to 1,000? Because a bunch of them didn't have influence or they weren't bought in. This isn't rocket science. This is a simple math equation. Like, I look at some of y'all and I'm like, guys, you're never going to get a chance to build into a pre-launching all these influencers at the same time, maximizing the 2x multiplier, getting the volume that rolls into October. Then we launch the marketplace. Then we go into the holidays, and then we hit Q1. It's like boom, 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 boom. Some of you at the end of April of next year are going to be earning tens of thousands of dollars per month. Like, and I'm looking at some of the Q&A here, not to be offensive, but I'm just like, I don't know if y'all really get it. Like, all I can ask you is this. I'm going to pull up a slide. This is all I can ask you. Where is it? Here it is. Sariel. How many people of influence are on your list? Like, I pour my heart out to you guys every Monday. I pour my heart out to you. Some of you still have not made a list of people of influence. No list. And I don't care if it's on Excel, I don't care if it's in your CRM, but you moved, you created a category called people of influence, you moved people in there. I don't care if it's a paper and a pen. Some of you still don't have a list, and you're going to be sitting here in 90 days saying, oh, I don't understand why I'm not making the money I want to make. I'm like, I understand why. Because August 1st, we asked you to make a list of people of influence, and you still haven't made the list. Okay, how many of them have you engaged? You called, you texted directly, you DM'd directly. When I say engaged, you can't send a blanket email and count that as I engaged 500 people. No. You DM'd them, you texted them, you called them. How many people of influence have you engaged? How many of them have seen the snapshot? How many of them did you take to a Q&A with your leader? And then how many of them are replicating the process? Do you guys want to know how I made tens of millions of dollars in a very short time frame, did $1 billion in sales? Here's what I did. I made a list of 144 people of influence. I presented to 44 of them in 30 days. 14 of them said yes. And within 32 months, it turned into 117,000 active people. And I sold out the Miami Heat Arena. This isn't theory. I'm not giving you theory. Guys, I'm giving you to execute. And some of you still to list. And when I get intense, don't get me wrong, I get intense because I want so badly for people to be successful. So it's like, I'm not mad at you. I'm just like, you're here and you're logged in and you're listening. But are you listening? Like I don't remember what the quote is. Like you're listening, but you don't hear me, or you're hearing me, but you're listening, but you don't hear me. And you're confusing being involved versus being committed. Here's a quick little, just so to break up the intensity. A chicken and a pig are walking down the street, and they look up at the restaurant and there's a billboard outside. And the billboard says bacon and eggs, ham and eggs, sausage and eggs. The chicken says, why is it that you're always first? He says, because when it comes to breakfast, you just poop a little bit, but I'm committed. I'm all in. When it comes to breakfast, sausage, bacon, and ham is all in. The chicken just gives a little toot, and that's why you're always last, chicken, and why I'm always first. Guys, are you committed or are you involved? And your income's going to tell the story. My rant is complete. George, I'll bring you back on. I know you've built $1 million businesses in this industry before. Anything you want to share about our last, 7, 8, 9 days of attracting people of influence and going after it as hard as you can for the next 8 days, being relentless. Let me add you back on here.
Excellent. Yeah, Nick. So that was great. What I can tell you is that people that told me no, they're saying yes. People that just didn't have it in them to build again, once they realize this is something really important that Nick just mentions all the time. When somebody's truly interested, they will look at all the videos that he's done, and they will realize that this is truly different. The ones that don't take their time to do that, then it's like, they kind of like compare it to anything else. Big mistake. And I've been able to close people that are engaged. Why? Because they see that this is different. If they thought that this was just like same old, like everything else out there, they wouldn't do it. They don't need to do it. They're already making money. They're like running. They're very, very committed to their projects. But then they're saying, wait a minute, okay, this is different. And then once they realize that it's well put together and is ready to pop, then obviously they find the time. That's what committed people do. And we've been running here with Nick. I love it because he is as far as support. I've run with some really good people, but I can tell you, brother, I heard about you, and then everything uh, is actually not good enough, because I'm running with you now, and then man, the support, everything that you're doing, man, really, I take my hat off to that, you being able to be there for all of us. And I can tell you that for my team, my Miami team, my Tahiti team, my Europe team, my soon to be Africa team, Latino. I am Latino, and I'm leaving the home last because it's coming. It's coming quite a bit here in this country and all throughout South America. But I'm building everywhere because, and I listened to Mike Craig. Thank you, buddy, for bringing me to the door and introducing me to this Craig concept and. Also Craig and down under, I know that you came from Jeunesse as well. That's great. There's so many great leaders here, so much talent and so much commitment. That I mean, like I used to say, when I was back then doing my thing, it's like I promise you, come December, after we go past Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all of that good stuff, you're going to look back and you're gonna say, "I wish I had, or I'm glad I did." I hope it's the second one because this is really gonna crank out. Is amazing. And then the last thing that I want to leave you with, all of you, is look. If you live here in Miami, and I got a nice little group growing here in Miami, there is not a single adult that lives in Miami that hasn't blown $800 doing basically maybe a good time, a weekend or something. Not even. So here $800 coming into this program, having so many angles, so many different ways that you can capitalize from this could set you up for life. So it's not really the money, it's really the commitment, as Nick mentions. So I want to encourage you from somebody that wasn't looking at this. I wasn't looking for any of this. I was just selling my product. Pay very close attention. Take this very seriously because in a year, your life will be completely different if you go for it. Thank you, Nick. Appreciate you, brother.
Thanks, George. Have a great night, buddy. Guys, I'm going to give one reminder on something, and then Rachel, I'm going to kick to you to close out. So, guys, don't forget that ShopleyHub.com is up. ShopleyHub.com is up. Last time, Shopley Hub, H-U-B. I spelled it wrong as I was saying it to you guys. And this is the tools that we're using right now for our people of influence. And you've got it in several languages. The ShopleyHub.com, you got snapshots, strategy sessions, incentive plan, Shopley for Millionaires, a document here in incentive plans. You can click on this. You can change the languages on it. So you can hit resume. You see here.
Quem fez 14 milhões por semana olha para isto. 1,7
That's my Portuguese.
Tem 12 horas de transmissão ao vivo de batom. Quer que isso seja
Here's my Italian.
prato. 1,7 miliardi di dollari e 12.
Here's my Vietnamese.
Và 12 giờ phát trực tiếp sóng môi. Không có gì như vậy.
Hype. So we got the tools. Put them to work. Everything's in place. Make sure you're on the Telegram because all new tools, announcements, schedules go out. But I'm going to say this again for the last time. You got one chance. You got one chance to pre-build this. You got one chance to grab these of influence during the grab people of influence in January. Sure. Can you do it next April? Absolutely. Will you be getting a 2x multiplier bonus on it? No. Like you're going to get a 2x multiplier bonus on October 15th based on the work you're doing right now. the people you're putting in right now, the people of influence that are coming and joining right now. Don't take that lightly. I believe in you. You wouldn't be here if you weren't capable of it. And there's no doubt in my mind that, this company, this executive team, and each and every one of you are all absolutely meant for greatness. So Rachel, I'm gonna kick it to you to close out. Guys, thank you. That's it for me tonight. Take care, everyone.
Excellent. Thank
Presentation
you.
tomorrow night. Presentation tomorrow night. Bring me your people of influence. Presentation tomorrow night.
Yes, we don't want to miss the snapshot tomorrow night. And to close, look, I just want to reiterate a little bit of what Nick's been saying. Make sure you understand that timeline. Go back and have a look at that slide. That timeline is critical. You have 8 days left to get out there, have those conversations. These are conversations you do not want to not have. We've talked on a lot of these leaders calls and snapshots. You are doing people a disservice by not having these conversations. This is an opportunity that we all know is going to change people's lives. So you do not want to miss this. So make sure you're on that timeline. Get out there, keep on your checklist, cross people off, make sure, I know for me, every day comes about where I'm like, how could I have forgot that person? And you add them to your list. So constantly keep going back to that checklist. And you've got 8 days, guys. 8 days. Don't miss this opportunity and make sure you get everyone on your snapshot tomorrow night. Thanks again, Nick. Thanks, George. It's a pleasure to be here with you all.